Привет, Стас. В общем, вчера игра вышла, игра от Spiders. Ничего про игру не знаю, не следил за разработкой, не ждал. Наплевать на нее вообще было, но вышло, посмотрим. Вроде как самая оцененная игра от Spiders. Хотя фиг знает, поплатили там, не поплатили. Сейчас узнаем. Кроме того, все-таки теплится надежда, что эта игра будет отличаться, потому что все прошлые игры от Spiders были абсолютно одинаковые. Это вроде как ближе к Dark Souls с закосом идет. Хотя про прошлую то же самое говорили, но в итоге была классическая спайдеровская игра. Я даже не знаю, что за сеттинг здесь. Привет, Скат. Выходные есть что стримить. В этом режиме нужно как улучшать навыки снаряжения, так заниматься ремеслом. У меня жопа загорела с финала прошлой игры от Spiders, поэтому я выберу обычную сложность.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Прикольно сделали. Какие ужасные бакенбарды. Дичь. Это шрам такой? Или не шрам даже, а татушка какая-то. Короче, у нас на выбор. Обычная женщина. Хохлячка. Китаянка. Непонятно. Нигерша. Мужикоподобная нигерша. Просто страшная. Женщина-мужик. Мне ни одна не нравится. Вот негр даже, а не нигерша скорее. Стандартная слишком какая-то старая, надо ее поменять просто, наверное. То есть тут нельзя. Блин, тут походу придется выбирать. Ну, самый начальный вариант лучше всего выглядит. Если вот татушку убрать, с этой стороны вот более-менее. Остальные какие-то все уроды. И причесок нормальных нет. Опять же, начальная самая адекватная. Уже минус балл за... Даже хуже, чем в первом Dark Souls сделали. А где цвет кожи, негритянка? Все, пора осудить игру. Почему нигершу можно выбрать отдельно, а цвет кожи нельзя выбрать черный? Привет, боец. Привет, I love heavy metal, привет, Анатолий. Самое смешное, что самый темный цвет кожи выглядит как нормального человека. Окей. Это, конечно, дичь цвет. Ну, у меня выбор между вот этим. Не, говно, давай по стандарту. Потемнее. И зеленого цвета глаз нет. Давай синий тогда. Голубые. Так. У нас, значит, нубский класс, хардкорный класс и пидорский класс. За кого будем играть? Тяжелое одноручное, одноручное, огнестрельное. Инженер. Стихийная ловушка, огнестрельное оружие, одноручное оружие. А где двуручка? Ну, короче, за воина будем играть. Ядрить. Да опять сейчас какой-нибудь вот... Внутри меня сидит какое-то божество, которое там демон, типа того. Поэтому татушка на щеке, как обычно. Ненавижу инженера. Так, у меня одно очко есть, да? Сила, оглушение, пробивание брони, ловкость, физический урон, выработка ярости, магический урон, запас магии. Давай, короче, силу. Позволяет немного дешевле покупать товары у торговцев, улучшает боевые навыки спутников. Заспойлерили спутников уже. Позволяет с большой вероятностью достигать успеха в некоторых вариантах диалогов. Так, препятствия, где требуется удержать равновесие. Говно какое-то. Простое улучшение оружия и брони потом возьмем. Умножение с ресурсами сам найду без всяких помощи. Взлом. Зелье. Короче, качаем харизму, потом взлом, потом ремесло.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Компас скаримовский. Так. Тени низкая. Хотя ладно, пускай средний будет. Сосау включено. Вот текстура, а то что-то вообще все замылено было. Остальное не буду трогать. Все-таки видюха говно. FPS-то проседает. С такой-то графикой, конечно. Ну-ка, если слаживание вырубить. Понятно. Ну, хоть жопа нормальная.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Мини-карты, кстати, нет. Чё по менюшке? Да, я так понимаю, DLC-шка. Но мы этим пользоваться не будем. Это имба, потому что... Ненавижу, когда такое в игру добавляют. Хорошо, хоть здесь не заставляют тебя это делать. Брать это все. Типа сразу тебе огненную рапиру дают нормально за 185 урона. Хотя 140 по умолчанию. Ну, скорее всего, это все отнимут потом, как мне кажется. Хотя фиг знает. Что-то Reason какой-то. Reason 2. Прикольно менюшка сделал. Но менюшка чисто спайдерская. Куча говна на экране, ни хрена непонятно. И при этом везде все одинаковое. Так, карта есть, да. Это, я так понимаю, весь мир. Так, я, пожалуй, вот что еще вырублю. Частиц. Их не, они и так на минимум.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt,
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Я вырубал, не меняется ничего.
Keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Это музыка. Так, атака дополнительно, окей. Короче, как обычно, опять говорят, что это типа Dark Souls. Нахрена это не Dark Souls. Чисто боевка Spiders. немножко более плавное, что ли. Еще и пауза. Тактическая пауза позволяет снять игру, выбрать действие, может заклинать навыки, зелья. Ладно, ладно. В смысле? Привязать? Окей. Так, смена оружия. О, можно оружие не заходя в меню менять, это прикольно. Да погоди, мужик, я читаю обучение. Может, как-то можно управление сменить? Капец, неудобные кнопки. Нет, нельзя, походу. Спасибо, что дали... Спасибо, что позволили мне обучиться.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Ну, это точно Ризон. Блин, по вот этим стрелочкам и навыкам такая же срань была в Некромансере. Я вспомнил. Только там со стилями было. Почему нельзя сделать просто игру мужик с мечом? Нахрена вот эти тактические паузы, куча всяких примочек. Все ими пользоваться не буду. Ты либо полностью делай игру на тактической паузе, где ты будешь там, как в Dragon Age, все расстраиваешь. Либо делай нормальную боевку с мужик с мечом. Что это за говно? Броня поглощает часть физического урона. Чтобы пробить броню врага, можно воспользоваться тяжелым оружием и некоторыми ловушками. Нет, это боевка ассасинов. Точно. Этими... То, как вот эта вся анимация происходит, ну и последний больше ассасин напоминает. Эти кнопки для парирования, вот это все. Блин, я как ретард дерусь, я ничего даже не делаю, что играть меня просят, и все, скипать обучение сразу, и на те другие. Я с одним не смог справиться, нормально понять, как что происходит, что жать. Они мне другое тут же суют. L2. Короче, проще самому будет научиться на мобах.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
I have to admit, I thought my days as a child, complete with bodyguard, were behind me.
I do like being wanted. It would seem that the prince didn't feel you were apt to take care of yourselves alone. And so it goes. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Как обычно, нас выкидывают в мир, где непонятно, что происходит, кто все эти люди. Доктор.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Так, мне тени не нравятся. Они пиксельные. Я даже не знаю, имеет ли смысл сейчас каждый уголок здесь обшаривать. Мы ж типа на остров собираемся. О, найс встреча. Окей, нету этого стана на врага. Им пофиг, что его бьют. Супер камера. Потрясающая камера. Очень странная боевка. Вроде жму кружок, не то, а меня все равно бьют. Такое ощущение, что это ритм игра, то есть, если ты нажал удар, то ты уже кружок никак не нажмешь, пока удар полностью анимации не пройдет. И враг тебя по-любому все заденет. То есть нужно в правильном порядке жать.
Come here, my beauties. Come here, my beauties.
Ладно, я понял, здесь будем играть тупо через парирование, без вообще атак. Че за звук, как будто кто-то матюкнулся был. Ну, это Assassin's Creed боевка. Там тоже все убивались изи через парирование только. Там, конечно, можно было заспамить атаками, но в основном парировал и все. Куча говна, который потом посмотрим. Вот реально типичный Спайдерс. Спайдерс никогда не меняется.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Понятно. Ты у нас выносливый, дофига. Все виды холодного оружия, зелье равновесия, особый прием для любого оружия, подозрительность. Еще и снаряжать каждого из них, что ли? Да. Включить дополнительные задания, подробность описания, сообщить. Короче, пока идем по сюжетке. Не лень куда-то
I've been
заходить.
asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Потому что изучать это каждый уголок без миникарты очень неудобно. А каждый раз заходить в менюшку, чтобы открыть эту карту. Ну-ка, а если я М нажму? Во. Будем на клаве М нажимать тогда. О, Ведьмак. О. Ясно, понятно. Я думал, сейчас на остров сразу поплывем, но походу и тут еще целая лока будет часов на 5. Бежим по вопросикам тогда, чё? Карту местности можешь открыть долгим нажатием. А, окей.
To my help, and death to the other!
Еще мне боевка вампира напоминает.
Would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance
А,
before
нормально,
our
ХП
departure.
восполнили.
Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
То есть не то, что боевка, вообще все, что происходит. То есть мы бежим по этому городу древнему. И нападают какие-то мужики в плащах. Мы с ними деремся, бежим дальше. И боевка такая же кривая местами.
To my help, and death to the others!
Он какую-то женщину режет за углом. Так. Не, если я могу только собой управлять. Так что это нифига не тактика. По сути, вся эта пауза нужна, чтобы всяким пистолетом стрелять, там бомбочку кинуть, ловушку поставить. То есть, то же самое, чем можно было заниматься в прошлой игре. Точнее, позапрошлой, прошлой я не играл толком. Это некромансер, который в прошлых всех играх. Только там это приходилось делать быстро, и поэтому ты этим толком не пользовался. А здесь за счет паузы можно будет пользоваться. Только что мужик в лестнице испарился. В смысле, почему некромансер? А как она называлась? А, техномансер, да. Ну, потому что некроманы, наркоманы делали, поэтому и некромансер. Давайте, наверное, 30 FPS поставлю, потому что что-то у вас, походу, жестко лагает. Или норм. А, ну если норм, тогда окей. Просто я в OBS смотрю, и хотя, может быть, мне кажется так.
The merchant is there.
Но оно прыгает от 55 до 60. Там и так все в минимум выкручено, будет совсем убого выглядеть. То есть смотрю в одну сторону нормально, начинаю смотреть в другую сторону, просядки сразу. Привет, кто-то. На низких все норм, да. Ну, окей, буду на низких тогда. Так у тебя комп какой, какой у меня. У меня видюха говно. Да, тут нет настроек постэффектов. Привет, Чарли. Только частицы, которые так минимум выкручены. Привет, дед мой дед. Так, тебе можно воровать?
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Fredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you.
Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You are hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Привет, Евген, я только начал, не знаю пока.
Could you tell me anything about Ptolemy?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Ptolemy are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Можно не бросать, можно просто забить на побочки и типа сюжет, и тогда игра будет хорошей. Более-менее. Зачем там вот эти всякие кучи квестов выполнять, подай, принеси, однообразных.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Ptolemy, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Ptolemy faring on Tirfridi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, There are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult. Disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
Я не помню, что там в Acquisition было, но я помню, что я с середины игры забил вообще на все побочки и шел тупо по сюжетке. Поэтому фиг знает, какие там репутации, которые тебя дальше не пускает.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
Ну, а теперь самое интересное. То есть мы всяким послам будем сообщать, да? Не только двум. Ну, а куча вопросиков, кстати, исчезла. Говорит с продавцом. Таверна, мастерская, торговец. Ну, пойдем сразу туда-сюда. Договоримся с этим. Ну, вообще нет. Почему тут Dragon Age вообще? Потому что здесь есть активная пауза. Страница вырвана из дневника. Ну, сейчас бы журналистам верить. Боль усиливается, кишки словно в узел стянуло. Работать в лавке становится все труднее. Иной раз по вечерам ног совсем не чувствую, они будто леденеют. Малихор уже многих забрал, и теперь пришел за мной. Сегодня мне даже не хватило сил перейти улицу, дойти до лавки. Да кому нужны мои книги, если бы все равно умрем? Постараюсь доползти до лазарета на задворках казарм и буду надеяться, что там смогут хоть как-то мне помочь. Я так понимаю, это местная чума. Да, Blasphemous буду. Выходные. Так, ладно. Тут совсем все плохо выглядит. Я не понял. А, я куда-то вообще не туда свернул. Сейчас можно как РТ начать прикапываться, что все желтое слишком в этой игре. И тебя, естественно, воровать тоже нельзя, да? Персонаж прыгать не умеет, к сожалению.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told
Что здесь
you
делает
named
чувак из
legate.
«Принца Персии»?
Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tir Fredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Я это спрашивал у того, я не думал, что это что-то другое скажет.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Мы сами узнаем про эти фракции, когда с ними встретимся. Ну, это Нью-Вегасом отдает. ФКВС не даст, значит неинтересно. Я и в Готике никогда вот эти вот у горожан про город и прочее не расспрашивал у обычных.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Купить. О, меч Геральда. Геральта. Не знаю, я в РПГ в торговцев редко что-то покупаю из пушек. То есть приятнее именно находить какую-нибудь крутую пушку и ей пользоваться, чем покупать. А деньги там копить на более полезные вещи.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Мне самое главное это не глянул. А, во, это персонаж меняем, понял. Инвентарь ограничен. Да, тут есть вес. 100 из 200. Ты алхимик.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him? I wonder if
Да не, сразу по его речи понятно, что шарлатан.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Ну, продемонстрировать он, скорее всего, подставного кому-нибудь найдет. Да, побочные эффекты сначала.
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Демонстрируй.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
повозку. Видимо, с той стороны. Панацея Шерлок. Ну, конечно.
Come on and fight, you bunch of cowards!
Все, там за двоих замочил. Страницы исписаны мелким неразборчивым почерком. На них описаны результаты опытов и осмотра пациентов. Встречаются непонятные символы. Сложность некоторых рецептов не оставляет сомнений. Автор этих записей был очень хорошим алхимиком. Этот странный алхимик из Альянса, который снял комнату наверху, просит не заходить к нему и не делать уборку. Наверное, старый дурак боится, что ты разобьешь его склянки. Пусть сидит в грязи, если хочет. Не будем ему мешать. Не, погоди, погоди. Мужика-то не полутал. А F5 есть? Есть, отлично.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I am gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Ну, я как раз хотел эту таверну прочекать, но я думал, что это альтернатива будет. Нормально, обворовали бармена, обворуемые посетители. Хотя это, видимо, оплата или чаевые. Боевка пока непонятно. только с бомжами дрался, где просто парировал и все.
I don't have the key.
Мне нужно было взлом брать сразу.
Locked.
Хотя здесь второй, так что все равно придется вернуться нормально. Потом оба взломаем. Ключ от кладовой трактирщика. Погоди, погоди, погоди. Это больше на кухню, конечно, похоже. Но рядом с кухней вполне может быть кладовая. Да. Здесь камера ненормально себя ведет, когда вот враг в таргете. И в узком действительно пространстве какого-нибудь. Служебный вход таверни новый. Ага. Сейчас там наверху откроем дверь этим ключом, в котором будет еще один ключ, который открывает дверь номер 2. Вошел из взлома, окей. Но вернуться все-таки придется. Либо сейчас еще ключ где-нибудь найдем. Письмо алхимика из Аль-Сада. Я очень опечален тем, что ваши надежды найти покой в Сирене не оправдались. После вашего отъезда Академия оказалась в удручающем состоянии. Ваши обвинители идут все так, словно законов для них не существует, и постоянно проводят сомнительные опыты. Мы ничего не можем сделать, лишь молчать и ждать, искренне надеюсь, что ваши поиски увенчаются успехом. Ваш друг.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred.
Да, есть сложность.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you gonna do with me, my lady?
Поможем город покинуть, может ко мне присоединиться.
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
А вот как раз от чего мы ключ нашли, я так понимаю. Ну вот она вариативность, да, мне уже нравится. А ты что остался-то? Пойдем.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
No, not yet. I've taken a long look at the situation. Better not to have any part of it.
Стоп, а я дверь уровня 2 не проверил уже, по-моему. Когда ключ взял, может это оно? Да, это оно.
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
Но вернуться ради сундука все равно придется. Главное не забыть.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
Yes, I need to get you out of here. I have unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to sneak out of there discreetly.
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent. I will escort you to your cart.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients.
Не знаю, мне пока нравится. Боевку я еще толком не оценил, но вот пока вот по этому квесту уже хорошо. А выход-то где? А, понял.
Angry customers. And we have no choice but to go this way?
Мне напоминает пока смесь вампира, Нью-Вегаса и Призена. Что-то среднее между этими играми. Я чувак эти даже не увидел.
Things are about to get dicey.
Уровень 2. Так, ну естественно мы качаем взлом. А, на взлом очков не дали. Следующая... только на 5 уровне. Ладно, может харизму мне где-нибудь еще пригодится в будущем. Да, таланта, походу, здесь большая редкость. То есть, может, максимум 3 смогу вкачать. Посмотрим. Так, здесь на 4-м, здесь сразу. Ну, боевка здесь явно лучше, чем в Ризане 2. Просто на голову выше. Я пока ничего качать не буду, потому что я еще не определился, чем я буду воевать в основном. Меня смущает, что типа при выборе классов не было двуручника. Но при этом двуручник я нашел, где можно купить. Это странно. Короче, между тяжелым и... ну, видимо, тяжелый это двуручник будет считаться, типа. Короче, между двумя вот этими пушками я пока склоняюсь, и потом определимся. Пока справляюсь с врагами, качать ничего не буду. Так, давай в обход пойдем. Я РПГ никогда за мага не ферстранил. Всегда либо воин какой-нибудь. Если нет воина, то какой-нибудь лучник, не знаю. Чё, где? Что происходит? И почему все эти балахонах женщины? Капец. Ну, хилиться, естественно, не буду, потому что банки надо экономить, а ХП мне восполнит при смерти. Интересно, если я сделаю F5, а потом F9, F8 потом. Восполнит ли так ХП мне? Ну, капец можно обузить. Ну, привел. Или тебе за ворота нужно? У него есть обычная атака, есть мощная атака. Только он почему-то пинается. И потом, когда ярость еще добавляешь, супер мощная атака.
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back. And stop this deceitful commerce.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this lesson anytime soon.
Move along now. Get out of here while there's still time.
Would you accept this as a token of my gratitude? Farewell, my lady.
Но в меню у нее этот самый. Огнестрел пока что только. Ну и лампу можно взять. Огнестрел, зелье, заклинаний нет. А, ну вот пинок, яростная атака, блок, уклонение. Остаемся, конечно. Причем как в Ризане прям. Ты стреляешь, и враг падает. А здесь предметы восполняются, как в прошлых играх Спайдерсов. Типа, когда время проходит, по старым локациям бегаешь, и предметы опять лежат. Да, только без промахов и без кулдауна, судя по всему.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Ладно.
He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Не-не, не сдал. Ну, я хотел ее обвинить во лжи, но тогда, получается, мы тогда алхимика сдали. Что мы его отпустили сами, если я правильно понимаю. А так мы сказали, что он сбежал. Хотя, по идее, сдал, потому что я сказал правду, что он сбежал. Очень странный выбор, короче, был. Я не совсем его понял. Я просто думал, что нас скажут, типа, он... Не знаю, ну убить это, наверное, жестко было бы. Так, это таверна. Может, у тебя есть какие-то слухи там? Ну, алхимик отпустил.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tir Freddy.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
Привет, Юрий. Спасибо. Игра пока нравится.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Блин, мысль потерял, что хотел сказать. А, эти... Прокачка через фракцию, это же Эликс. Ремесло позволяет улучшать оружие, броню, наука позволяет создавать зелья, ловушки. Чтобы работать с мастерской, нужно обладать определенными знаниями. Получить можно несколькими способами. Развивайте таланты, пользуйтесь снаряжением или помощью спутника, чтобы получить бонус. Каждый очко таланта открывает новый рецепт. Для создания предметов вам понадобятся ингредиенты. Понятно. Ну, здесь, как и в прошлых играх, я понял. Пока лень разбираться с этим. Я думаю, какой-нибудь кузнеца будет на парниках, и за счет его талантов будем это все делать. Так. Капитан Васка. Неинтересно. Продавец. Родственники богатея, который сам напросился на неприятности. Он у нас, и мы убьем его, если не получим большой выкуп. Тащите туго набитый кошель в переулок на юг, в квартале старых складов. Внезапный квест. Так, окей, еще раз. Я не запомнил. Блин, пойди, найди, где это вообще было. А, во. Так, переулок на юге. Старые склады. Логово бандитов, может, это оно? Пойдем прочекаем. Да, Divinity, кстати, тоже напоминает игра открытостью мира. Алкаш какой-то.
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Стрим до 10+. Между 10 и 11 закончу. Надо до какого-нибудь логического конца дойти. В общем, саботер, как вы поняли, отменяется пока что. Отложим его на потом. Боевка не очень. Но неплохая, не хорошая, обычная. Когда персонаж передвигается скрытно, ага. Индикатор, а скрытность-то как это? Присесть, ага. Ой, что там наверху еще двое. По лестнице не я управляю, сама спускается.
It's not possible just now.
Ладно, может быть, у меня в напарниках будет взрыва
It's blocked.
разрушатель. Он ваншотил, а не показалось. Блин, она еще похожа на Ризен тем, что здесь напарник с тобой бегает, который всех убивает без тебя. Так, что по одежде есть интересненького? Блин, я не пойму. А, понял, все, на стик надо. Так, шляпа. Вероятность получения трофеев больше берем. Шея ничего нет. Спина ничего нет. Это DLC-шный, мы его никогда не наденем. Побегаем пока в этом. Так. Что цвета означают? Типа уникальный? Такой кожаный плащ прям. Эй, заложник, ты там живой? Вот пока то, что я наиграл, вот если менюшку не открывать, вот вообще в менюшку не заходить, я бы в жизни бы не допер, что это игра от Spiders. Мужик, дай пройти. Я же менюшку вообще не открывать, неважно, дерево прокачки, не дерево, вообще не заходить сюда, в этот раздел. Тут тупо этот раздел палит, что это игра от Spiders. Остальное совершенно по-другому все. Ну разве что тут этот подбор предметов такой же. Он много где такой есть. Блин, я хочу стены ломать. Ключ. Выход? А, вот я по лестнице спускался, понял. Шорткат. Наш любимый. Блин, столько мест надо запомнить теперь за этих стен. А я уже первое забыл место. Я харизму вкачал, типа диалоги в начале. И всего 1 очко. Следующее на 5 уровне только. Может, магу больше дают? Может, магам надо было бы тоже брать? Или инженера, может, ему вообще дофига дадут? Еще один ключ. Сирена Константин. Так, что за камзол? Камзол удачи. У какой дачи? Так, броня такая же. Сопротивление яду, сопротивление это неинтересно. Вероятность получения... А, ну тут трофей больше, вероятность этот лучше. Ну и внешне он прикольнее выглядит. Вот что хорошо, то что у тебя ключ отбирают, когда открываешь дверь.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Выберите Константина на экране снаряжения, нажав в бок, и верните его одежду, старый вышитый камзол.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand
Тут уже игра говорит, что делать.
the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left
Почему
to
их
pay,
два?
Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Погоди, а ты кто у нас по навыкам? Или это не глянуть? Ну, кстати, можно сбросить навыки, это хорошо. Не знаю, я на клавомыши не играл. Не пробовал. Ну да, если реально, если этот надпись скипнуть, тут хрен пойми, что делать. Куда соперцев в лагеря смотреть? А, понятно. Ну вот лагерь, кстати, да, это вот чисто спайдеры. Блин, пока что, по ощущениям, игра приятнее играется, чем когда я Марс играл первый раз. Так, может он стену может разбить?
It's not possible just now.
Окей. Договориться с продавцом, так и не сходил к нему. Ну просто как бы после Марса все игры выходили хуже. Про щиты нет. А, про эти, в смысле, пробивать их тяжелым, это да, это знаю. Привет, Флекери. На этой неделе его не будет точно. Потому что вот NX болеет, а Корвых слился. Плюс отдохнуть от ретро надо.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Что за зеленый берет?
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Че, я зря харизму качал?
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
I beg your pardon, milady, but you are not my master.
Да пошел ты в жопу, у меня 75%
So I
было.
seriously doubt that you'll be wanting to drag us in front of a judge. That would stir up the muck.
Whatever is he talking about, Kurt?
Your guess is as good as mine.
We shall return. See you soon.
Блин, 5 минут назад. Автосейва не было. Не, игра в жопу идет. У меня 75%. Мне не должно так не вести. при первом же использовании какой-то фишки в игре, и при этом оно 75%, оно должно срабатывать 100%. Просто чтобы показать, как это все выглядит. Особенно, когда ты этот скилл вкачал в начале самом. Единственное, что ты мог вкачать.
Good day.
You can... This... Your master... Why don't... This whole...
This...
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Lady Desart... During our conversation... That's regrettable. You know as well as...
But I'm only a babe.
That's a shame. I order you to return... Unless you'd rather your master...
As you request, my lady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Ну, это как в XCOM, когда при 95% ты промахиваешься в упор. С дроба. Нафиг мне метку ставить, если я сам по карте ориентируюсь. Все-таки, мне кажется, мини-карта была бы лучше, чем вот этот компас из Скарима. В виде кружочка маленького. Доска объявлений. То есть я бы понял отсутствие мини-карты, если бы в принципе карты не было. Типа хардкор. Но когда есть большая карта, то нет ни одной причины, почему не сделать мини-карту.
Lady Desart, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Нет, не открывается. Ну так, потому что кнопка бега и кнопка открытия одна и та же кнопка. Она просто срабатывает, когда ты к двери подходишь. Так, на способ доставить груз. Территории других государств. Территория принадлежит другой фракции. Доступ сюда для вас закрыт. Чтобы не вызвать подозрений, наденьте куртку кирасу фракции. Можете прогресс незаметно, если вас обнаружат, ваша репутация ухудшится. А как узнать, чья фракция? Значки-то я увидел, я имею в виду, как понять конкретно в этом месте, какая одежда мне нужна, какой фракции. И что-то значков я не вижу. Куда вообще смотреть-то надо? А, типа вот этот, все, я понял, вижу флажок такой. А мне нужно, видимо, другой, где там эти были мечики. На F5. Действуйте скрытно, иначе вас нападут охрана, ваша репутация ухудшится. Чтобы не вызывать подозрений, наденьте куртку или кирасу фракции. Шпаги, перекрестия и какая-то фигня. Это реально Хитман. А можно его не убивать, а просто оглушить? Ладно, не будем трогать. А, все, понял. Он значок. Так, и что там еще я взял? Шляпу. Или вот типа одной шмотки достаточно, не обязательно все надевать. Че я взял вторым? Ладно, если достаточно одной шмотки, то, в принципе, норм и так. Была игра «Трудно стать богом». Там нужно было тоже в разных фракциях разные доспехи таскать, но там приходилось все на себя напяливать. Блин, столько везде... Че я взлом не взял, а? Перчатки. Так, значков нет. В любом случае, перчатки мы получше возьмем вот этот. Наверное, просто я даже вспоминать не буду, где эти сундуки стоят. Я просто заново всю карту изучу потом. Если будет возможность вернуться, в принципе. Здорово. Склад, 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 склад. Все вопросики, это был склад. Окей. Невидимак все-таки.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir-Fredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Да, порошка в игре нет.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler,
Конечно, нет.
hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tir-Fredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Да пошел он.
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Miss Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Teofredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines.
Ну, я не маг, поэтому вряд ли я к ним вступлю.
Have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. It will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people.
Так, хочу сначала с еретиком побазарить.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Тем более ключ уже нашел. Ну, кстати, игра перестала быть желтой, потому что потемнело. И сразу стало еще красивше.
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Жарабас пройти не дает.
Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Вообще, я хотел в тюрьму сначала, я просто думал, раз ключ мы здесь нашли, значит тюрьма где-то здесь. Ну окей. Заодно это сделали.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
Да, конечно, опять все взлом. И тут взлом. Так, ладно. А, даже так. Еще внутри карты. Я просто думал, что типа уровень быстро первый возьмется, и второй точнее. И вкачаю тут же взлом, а тут пятый ждать приходится. Я документ уже прочел. В смысле, заменил.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Naut. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Thélème. They are trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
Я не думаю, что будет что-то плохое, если я его освобожу. Он же не убийца. Просто контрабанду перевозил, которую мы тоже перевозим.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're your replacements. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear.
Не хочу алхимичить.
They need all the time they can get.
Вообще не хочу сейчас крафтом заниматься никаким. Надо кучу говна надо собирать, а потом уже сидеть и часа два там всякие штуки делать.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you
Кого-то мне этот мужик напоминает.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Какого-то актера, что ли.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it will provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Диего из Аркании же похож на этого Шона Коннери, разве нет?
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget what you have discovered, perhaps?
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Я не думаю, что договориться получится.
It doesn't sit well with me to send you to the flames. I freed your smuggler and he'll certainly be in touch. He or another man.
Хотя у меня харизма есть, может быть, и получилось бы.
And safe travels.
Oh, thank you, my lady. You are a woman of noble heart. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Ты забей на субтитры. Надо слушать, что говорят.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Ну, опыт получил, репутацию получил, поэтому пофиг. Денег не получил, разве что за награду, наверное.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Так, и осталось найти чувака. Стоп, а зачем мне все еще нужно подмешать снотворное? Я думал, это с этим связано, со складом. Окей, пойдем подмешаем. Вот будет интересно узнать, какие будут последствия. Будет смысл перепройти игру потом еще, сделав все как надо. С более лучшим и правильным результатом. Пока выборы делаю так, как не так, как игрой лучше и выгоднее, а так, как выгоднее отыгрывая персонажа. То есть логично, они еретики, тут инквизиции, они как бы поехали на том, что всех еретиков надо сжечь, и пофиг, что они всего лишь ученые. А то, что там у меня навык харизма вкачан, это как бы вообще не решает. Что-то я не вижу снотворного. Погоди, как там... Что там написано? Подмешать снотворную выпивку. Да, на руну вообще наплевать. Да, еще что он вышел сразу, этот перевод. А не как с Марсом было. А, вот предметы заданий. Контроль снотворным. А, нужна прокачка. Ясно. Короче, нужно делать алхимию вначале, чтобы вот это вот сделать. А взлом потом, потому что взлом можно будет, скорее всего, вернуться. Привет, Лак. У меня 2 новых зайца хотят уехать в Аль-Садат, пока их не поймали инквизиторы. Это усложняет работу. Думаю, я смогу незаметно провести их на корабль, но придется потрудиться. Надеюсь, им хватит терпения. Спрячу их пока на складе за портовым управлением. Туда-то инквизиторы в жизни не сунутся.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who has gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
Oh. Lauro
Спасибо
won't stop
большое,
telling
Юрий.
anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Почему у него глаза закрыты?
I need to be going. Farewell.
Ну, я надеюсь, что у главного героя не будет демона внутри сидеть, потому что это уже задолбало.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the
Почему у
tavern,
них все татушки такие
I saw
одинаковые?
him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Но учитывая, что мы видели ее... Подожди, я забыл, это мать была его, да? Ее, да? у которой по всему лицу были эти штуки, похожие на то, что у нее вот сбоку. И та почти умирает.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Так, подожди, потом разберемся. Пойдем с товаром закончим.
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move at all.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
А, ну вот, да, снотворное провалено. Ну, сам не выполнил бы его, потому что не прокачано. Снизу.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. At least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you.
Ну, чувак, ты умрешь скоро.
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Походу, должник.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for
Или же он подставляет ему.
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Мольбы не помогут.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Мне нравится, как дома внутри сделаны.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sardet. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Чё ты скрываешь? Походу сожрали его.
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. My poor little Celestine. Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed on. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched closely, and we found him.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Norts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Norts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Зачем ты в стену смотришь?
Might I help you, my lady?
I need to be going. Farewell.
Блин, вот сейчас бы перепрыгнуть вот так вот и проплыть через воду, вот было бы клево. Давай тут. А, это мы не про нафтов узнаем, ну окей.
Madam, are you ready? Can we weigh anchor? We
Не,
should be
не.
able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Be back soon, Captain.
А, тут о договорах надо узнать. Походу, нужен первый вариант. А не о нафтах.
We should be able to set sail with the tide. I'm still without.
Ладно, давай.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see
Так-то он
anyone else
прав.
who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nort?
How I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
С кем Николаем? А, во, вижу. На него только сейчас и показали идти с ним говорить.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I am sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... Ta-da! My fair cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
What will be your official title on Tifredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there has always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for
Нет
a
русской
few gold
озвучки.
knights.
Если бы она была, я бы с ней играл бы.
That is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Не, в данной ситуации батя вообще не прав. Продал сына, все, до свидания. Мой супруг вместе с наемниками несколько дней проведут на наших складах у канала. Будь добра приготовить обед и отнести туда, чтобы никто тебя не заметил. Мы не хотим, чтобы об этом узнали другие семьи.
This document mentions another property, a warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Опять я сюда поворачиваю. Вообще мне интересно, как остров выглядит. То есть город-то понятно, город, да, вот как-то будет травка, вот это вот все, цветочки, деревца. Враги не люди. Вот это больше всего интересно в этой игре. Поэтому хочется быстрее уже пролог пройти.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Lady de Sardet, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away.
Себя винить нужно, а не других.
My son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Вот еще главный плюс этой игры. То, что здесь не безликий персонаж, который немой стоит и смотрит, как с ним разговаривают. Это капец бесит. А здесь прям характер есть у него, и он отвечает, и... Поэтому я и вот одна из причин, почему... Точнее, один из моментов, который мне не нравится в играх беседки. Ну и не только беседки, многих игр. Где персонаж молчит, нет, даже не в РПГ.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
Да, еще в игре не должна быть графика, должен быть сплошной текст, чтобы ты в мыслях представлял, как это все выглядит. Чтобы интереснее игралось. Чтобы за тебя никто не фантазировал. Я заблудился, где выход? Не столько сундуков, а? Надеюсь, реально можно будет вернуться. Потому что до прохождения пролога я вряд ли уже уровень получу 5. Ну а для отыгрыша персонажа безликого есть эти ролевые игры. Настольные. Зачем нам видеоигры тогда нужны? Кидаешь кубики и отыгрываешь роль.
Madam,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Погнали.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
So eager to discover Tir Friddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
Так. Ну да, таланта мне не дали. Ну, на 5 только. Стоп, подожди. А, наука нужна для разрушения, понял. Не, ну по-любому, либо другой класс больше талантов вначале дает возможность выбрать, либо тут будет возможность вернуться, потому что с одним очком мы не можем либо взламывать, либо ломать стены. То есть мы в любом случае пропускаем что-то.
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Какой оригинальный, ни на кого не похожий босс. Его еще и чудовище зовут. А, ну чудовище в смысле, типа, чудовище. Просто не знаю, как его зовут на самом деле, поэтому чудовище. По жопке. Кажется, я сейчас умру.
So eager to discover Tear Freddy. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip
Ты там уже
lasts
перевес
months.
скоро.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures.
При том, что я еще сундуки не лутал.
I heard a rumor the Nords even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nords are strange.
Ну в этом, кстати, плане на прошлую, на Bound by Flame очень сильно напоминает. Там тоже типа вначале бегаешь, а потом чудовище вылазит. У него даже атаки такие же рукой. Да, хитбоксы, конечно. Ой, что я сделал? Я не могу, я в управлении путаюсь.
So eager to discover Tear Freddy.
Просто, блин, на эти...
You'll need to arm yourself with patience.
На триггере верхний делать паузу и смену оружия.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as Bill.
Ну типа, блин, я уже ушел от руки. Алло. Я забыл, что их, наверное, значу.
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Кристалл памяти позволяет О! Короче. Не выходи. Мы типа жмем кристалл памяти. Мы начинаем игру заново. Берем взлом. Открываем все абсолютные ящики. Потом сбрасываем кристалл памяти, возвращаемся, открываем все двери. Но я это делать не буду, естественно, мне лень. Я хочу глянуть, что дальше там, как остров будет выглядеть. Не думаю, что я много шмота потеряю.
Madam, gentlemen. Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready hot to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
Не, мужик нормально, зря я ему правду тогда не сказал. Просто как-то хамить там начал вначале, жестко. Загрузочный экран напоминает Готику 3. Взлом качать не буду, пока сундук не найду. Красиво.
GreedFall.
What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry these doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Мне кажется, он умрет. Слишком какой-то веселенький персонаж.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Мы собрали группу спутников, не хватает одного. А, вот так. Надеюсь, можно будет расширить больше, чем 2. Хотя есть подозрение, что нет. Так. Зелье равновесия, особый прием, отношения, неинтересно. Мостовая сила, ловкость. А талантов, что ли, у них нет, что ли? То есть мне все равно качать придется. Так, ну что-то я, блин, понятно, что мы к порту приехали, это логично, но хотелось бы все-таки какой-нибудь лесочек увидеть. Тут какие-то горы. Ладно, на этом предлагаю закончить. Игра лучше, чем я ожидал, меня это радует. Это уже не первая игра, которая лучше, чем ожидал, но от этой игры я ожидал вообще говнищу. Она оказалась хорошей. Но у меня еще не пройдено Риверсити, который я в воскресенье не смог, потому что дела появились. Поэтому в эту пятницу допройдем. А в субботу будет новая пиксельная игра. А в воскресенье, наверное, эту продолжим. А саботер откладывается. Спасибо всем за просмотр. Пока-пока.